Hello there, welcome back to the channel. And can I just say a massive thank you to everybody who likes, shares, comments and subscribes to the channel. Really helps me out. Thanks a lot for that. Anyway, just a quick one today. I'm actually in Rainhill where I live, and the purpose of today's walk is to just give you a little update of how the channel's going and to walk off my Christmas dinner. It's Boxing Day today. So I was up early, tidying off, getting all the stuff done, all the dishes washed and everything. And there was loads of dinner left over. So what I did, I made a Christmas dinner pie. That's in the oven. In fact, it was just finished as I was coming out. So Karen's turned that off. She's going to get that sorted for us. So the only thing is, won't be able to eat it till tomorrow, because I've already eaten today. I had my breakfast this morning. I had some porridge. So I've had that. And then we're going out tonight for Jude's birthday. He's 3 today. My niece's little fella. So we're going out. Bloody 3-course meal. Good thing, you know, when you're booking it, you think, oh, this will be good, this, yeah. And now, I'm bloody chocker. Anyway, St Bartholomew's Church, where we are today. I'll turn you around. Okay. So this church was built in I think it was 1838, 1840, and it was described as the noblest church in South Lancashire. I think it was founded by Bartholomew Brereton, a local guy, local landowner. Coaching business was owned by the Brereton family, and he actually lived just across the road from the church in a place called Rainhill Hall. And it's just down there. I'll try and take you down in a bit, but I'm not sure whether you're allowed to just walk in. Anyway, Rainhill Hall, but we always knew it as Loyola Hall, because up until 2014 it was the Jesuits who lived in there, so we always called it Loyola Hall. It got taken over by a local businessman, and it's now a hotel and spa. Been to a few occasions there. And he renamed it, well, he took it back to its original, Rainhill Hall. So that's where we're starting off today. It's only going to be a short walk, so let's get going, eh? What another gorgeous day, eh? I forgot to mention the church, St Bartholomew's Church. It's actually a Grade 2 listed building. It's unusual for the church, isn't it, you know, the shape of it? It was based on one over on the continent, which was actually called St Bartholomew's. Yeah, it's a bit strange, big old square building, or oblong building. Across the road from there, hiya. We have to ship in. One of the local hostilleries in Rainhill. Been there for years, that. Used to have a great big bowling green on the back of it. We spent many a summer's evening up there watching the older guys playing bowls, having a bevy, but that's now a motel at the back of it. So we're going to head up from St Barth's up towards Junction 7 M62. We're not going on the motorway, we're just going by there. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the signpost, Rainhill, situated between Warrington and Liverpool. So I was just telling you about Loyola Hall, built 1838 to 1840, and before that was built, the local Catholics had to go to Prescott. I think it was St Mary's in Prescott. That was the nearest church for them. So it was they built themselves a church here, and that was it. Never looked back. Right, we need to try and get across. Let's go. Smithy Cottage again. One of the oldest properties in Rainhill. I'll find out when that was built for you and put it on. Didn't expect the roads to be so busy today. Thought everybody would be stuck at home with a hangover, watching the telly. And you, sod all on the telly, isn't it? Some of them films that are on. Mind you, one of the films that's not on this year, Jason and the Argonauts. Remember that? Bloody hell. That used to come on its own, that I think, didn't it? That was on without fail every year. And this like kind of slip road on the right used to be the terminus years ago for the coaches, and then for the Crosville buses. Remember them? Some of the Crosvilles went from Liverpool through to Warrington, and some of them H2, H3, H4. One of them used to get to here and then turn round here. It's before the motorway was built, and then it'd head back into Liverpool. Look at this place, what a shame, man. This has been like this for a few years now. It's terrible, isn't it? Can't see how it's left to go like that. But get to junction 7, Stoops roundabout, stay to the right, and we've got to cross over here, and then we'll start walking away from the motorway and it'll get a bit quieter. Okay, so this is the M62. Runs from Liverpool, which is down that way, goes through Manchester, over the Pennines, and it finishes up just before Hull, I think. Don't think it actually goes into Hull. Crazy busy motorway. Okay, so if we keep right now, we're on the cycle track. This road here is the link road through to Widnes. Takes you down towards Widnes, the two bridges. And we'll stick to the cycle path. So straight on if you want to go to Widnes, but what I'm going to do is do a right here. Now this used to be the old road from Rainhill through to Widnes, Norlands Lane. Used to come along here and then down into Widnes. Blocked off now. Well, they built the motorway, so that was it. You couldn't get through. So we led down part of the old Norlands Lane. Right, so this is going to be the dog spa, dog training, exercise fields, sandpits, dog kennels, the lot. Well, it's supposed to be, and it's actually been built on the site of the old sewage plant. Yeah, when we were kids, this was the sewage plant. You know, with the big circular separators They were all on this land. Anyway, somebody's bought it. There was loads of work getting done last summer, bringing loads of hardcore in, taking loads of soil and everything out, and they reckon that's what they were going to be building on there, but seems to have come to a stop all of a sudden. So whether it'll actually happen, who knows? We'll wait and see, eh? So we get round the side of the old sewage plant onto this track, which was a farm track originally, and just to my right is the slip road on the M62. That's a slip road through to Liverpool, so it could get a little bit noisy. And at this point here, we're going to take a left. Done lots of riding around here on my bike over the years. Gravel bike, mountain bike years ago. It's flat, but can be a bit testing in places. Like, gets narrow and up and down and stuff. But you know, your bike doesn't have to be up bloody mountains all the time, does it? Well, not for a fat bloke like me, it doesn't. Starting to get a bit quieter now as we leave the motorway behind us and head off into the wilderness. Well, through the woods. So this banking is here where they're building the dog place over the back of it. Lots of birds here today, isn't there? Tons of them. And little sparrows. Tons of them. Usually loads of dog walkers round here. Haven't seen any dog walkers today. I've seen one couple. They never had a dog. A little bit muddy here. They said he just round the corner gets really muddy. It's a nightmare on the bike. See it now where it's starting to get muddy. Just got to go for it, haven't you? Whew. It's a bit smelly here. Still evidence of ice down there, look at that. Okay, it's getting muddy, guys. Should have put my wellies on. Might have to step into the farmer's field. Make sure he's not about. Try not to damage any of the crops. Back on dry land. Terra firma. Well, out the mud. There's me. Hello. How are we doing? I love that sound of running water. Right, up the hill. Up the hill we go. Okay, so if you want to cut the walk short, you can do a right here. Instead of going up to the top there by the reservoir and following round and going round by the quarry, Pexhill Quarry, yeah, if you do a right here and then another right a bit further on, you go down and you'll skirt them trees there, you'll skirt round the edge of them trees. But we're going to head up this way because we're feeling fit today and we need to burn off at Christmas dinner. I keep calling it a hill, but it's not a massive hill, is it? If you look back, you can see where we've come from down there. You can actually, I don't know if you can see them people walking there, and that tree line, that's the road we came up, the old Norlands Lane. So we're just going to do a big loop round. You just follow the track round to the right. This on my left here is an underground reservoir. There's two here. There's this one here on the left and there's one a bit higher up on the right. I think they're supplying the water to Rainhill, Crompton, which is another village just over here. Not so much a village anymore. They were all villages at one time, weren't they? And then they spread out. Okay, so when you get to the houses, follow the road round to the left and we'll come to the visitor centre just a bit further on the right, and we want to cut through there. Okay, so this is the other reservoir here off to the right, and if you look right over in the distance you will see Liverpool. There we go. You see the Liverpool skyline, the two cathedrals. You can just about make out the Radio City Tower. That's Liverpool. So there's a lot of stuff locally built out of sandstone. A lot of the old houses in Rainhill, church and everything. Both church, well, all three churches, I think, definitely two. St Anne's and St Bart's. And if I'm not mistaken, the sandstone came from the quarry, which we are just about to get to on our right. Pexhill Quarry. Really popular with the kids. You can actually walk down into it now. Okay, so this is the visitor centre here. Okay, that's the visitor centre, an observatory. Never ever been in there. I don't know what the score is with it. How you go in there when it's open. You have to be a member of a secret cult to get in. Who knows? And it doesn't tell us on here. These are all the lost keys, look. You lost your keys? They look like they've been lost years ago. Back in the day, this was full of kids on BMXs and then mountain bikes, but I suppose they're all sat at home now. PlayStations. I think that's a better shot of the Liverpool skyline over there. This is the quarry off to my right here now, where a lot of the local sandstone came from. See if we can get a bit closer. Oops. Okay. You can see down into the quarry there. We'd often be down here when we were kids, playing down the quarry. Swings on the trees and the like. Heard a sound then, I thought it was somebody out with his drone down in the quarry. Gets round the corner. Two little lads with the parents with remote control cars. Christmas presents. Out with the prezzies, getting some lovely fresh air, eh? Oh yeah, there's somebody down there with them, look. Hey. Flying along. Fun, didn't they? Remember how Chris used to have one? See if we can get through here, eh? Now you can go straight down to the bottom. Oh, and get through. Oh. Yeah, normally I'd get through at the bottom there and then walk up this track, but time is precious and time is short today. So, moving on. That'll be my phone. Okay, so the shortcut from before will actually bring you out here. This is the shortcut, and then do a right. What a glorious day, eh? Seems to have warmed up a bit as well, or whether I'm just getting used to it. That's probably more like it, isn't it? So we just follow this tree line round to the right now. A couple of little ponds here. But they were frozen over this morning. It was bloody freezing early on. What's this fascination with the weather we have, eh? I don't think there's only any other country that does it. Talking about the weather. Ooh, been a nice day, hasn't it? Ooh, it's cold enough to snow. Oh no, it's too cold for snow. Is it? Is it ever too cold to snow? Another little drag off, another little bonk. But it'll be a lovely sunset tonight. Clear skies. Okay, so when we get to here, if you want to add a bit more onto the walk, you could do a left here. Hello there. Yeah, you could do a left here by this tree, and that'll take you down into Crompton, or the road from, I think it's called Hull Lane, the road from Rainhill into Crompton. Take that, do a right, take that road, you'll go up over the motorway, and what you can do is you go over the motorway, just on the top, you can do a left, and there's another footpath there that'll take you through the old golf course. It's not the old golf course, it's the new golf course at Blundell's Hill. Come out at the top of Blundell's Hill, so that'll add a few miles to your walk. That's the beauty of this area. There's lots of different paths you can go off on, and you're always within a mile or two of civilization. Or a pub, should we say. Right, we're heading for that footbridge over the motorway. You can see it to the left of these two trees. You might just be able to make it out. Over the motorway, through the fields, and we'll come out by a pub called the Manor Farm. And sometimes what we do is nip into the Manor Farm and have a pint of Guinness. But today I can't because I'm driving later. But never mind. I'll have one when I get home tonight, can't I? In fact, you know what I might do? I might have a whiskey, because I'd run out of whiskey and then I got 3 bottles for Christmas. 2 bottles of Jura and a bottle of the Welsh whiskey, is it called Pendrin? Yeah, so spoiled for choice now. 2 different Jura. Jura is my favourite. I think there's a bourbon cask one and then a 12-year-old one. So what I might have to do is try, one of each just to see, just to make sure they're okay, because I haven't opened them yet. So I'll probably open them, check them, just to make sure they haven't gone off in the bottle. You never know, do you? And then I'll try them. Might try one with a chunk of ice, one with a drop of water, and the other one, who knows? I might even have, no, it's too good for hot toddy, isn't it? Cheap whiskey for that. Grant's or something like that. Anyway, I'll let you know how it was. Excited. Okay, before it gets too noisy, I said I was going to give you an update on the channel, didn't I? Right. Okay, so channel's been going about 3 months now, I suppose. Had just short of 1,800 views, tons of likes. Put 25 videos out, but I've still only got, I think it's 60 subscribers now. Still people are watching. I think it's 70% of the people who are watching don't subscribe for whatever reason. I don't know why. Some people think it'll be a bit like, well, like spam emails where you'll just get bombarded, but that doesn't happen. It's just, if you go on YouTube, it'll tell you that I've got a new video out. If you don't want to watch it, you don't need to watch it, but it's just letting you know that it's there. So if you could subscribe, that'd be great. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, what I was going to tell you, what they say is, when you start a YouTube channel, it takes about 50, well, some people say it takes 50 videos before people start saying your videos are any good, kind of thing. So I'm halfway there, aren't I? There's always something seems to happen. Went out the other day, I've got another video ready to do tonight, and my bloody mic packed in, so the sound is really poor. The only sound is the sound that's been recorded onto the Osmo itself. So just have to be loads of music on that one, won't they? I hope I don't get copyrighted again. Done a video the other week in Liverpool, the Christmas market, and I got a copyright strikes. Flying Pickets was one song, I forget what the other one was. Anyway, please like and subscribe, that's the message. Moving on. Here you can either do a left, go over the motorway bridge, that'll bring you out up on Mill Lane by the Manor Farm, or if you go straight on up here, follow that track, that takes you up to where we started the walk, by the old sewage plant. So entirely up to you which way you go. I'm going this way. One day I'll count these steps. Look at that lovely sky. Well, that's been a cracking walk there. Risk the weather. Sun's out, blinded. Nice and fresh though. I just passed a fella with a dog and a couple walking, and they all said exactly the same. Bloody hell, I should have brought my sunglasses out today. Lovely when it's on your back, but walking towards it, it's a struggle. But like I said to him, we shouldn't complain about the sun. We don't get enough of it, do we, to complain about it? Anyway, here we are at the Manor Farm. Public house and restaurant. Former farmhouse. Yes, the Manor Farm. It's recently been taken over, new landlord. I think it was 1662 it was built. Lovely building, isn't it? All local stone as well, I believe. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there. Hope you enjoyed the walk. It's turned out to be a lovely day. It's about a 4-mile walk. It takes a couple of hours, but you can add to it or cut it short if you want. So like I say, hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you on the next one, eh? Ta-da.